Okay, welcome back to another episode of Disco Elysium. Let's see, we already talked to this guy. We might as well talk to him again since we talked to the boss
So,
guy.
how'd you like our harbor?
It was nice enough. But it's a rest area on the path leading to across the open plains, he notes solemnly, then turns to a wide smile adorning his face. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like the men of Plain. If you have more questions, I'm set to talk. Everard said you have a key to a door? A key, huh? He runs his fingers through his mustache. What door is this key supposed to open? Said it belonged to a weasel. Oh, say no more, I got you. Taps his nose and a little wink. Got that key right here, and let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during a strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. I heard something about a weasel, and I didn't like it. And it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. Polar weasel. Oh, I know what you mean. Pretty sure he's actually Occidental, though. So you're going to be committing fratricide, my racist friend. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what's called compartmentalized. Means we each keep out of our others' businesses. Okay, but where did you get the key from? The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. His gaze wanders off in the distance. None of this mess we're in now. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? He doesn't wait for your answer. To feed our children, I guess. Anything else I should know about this task, this weasel person, when I'll get home? I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we're fighting for. The man takes a big sip from his flask. Means he's not going to tell you, because he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off, now that you're working for Everett. Why are you striking? We're negotiating the share. Your share? Aye. He seems pleased with himself. How large a share would you like? All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor's workers to be on the company's board, so they can take part in the decision-making process. This seditious talk sounds like communism, so we're on the same page. Communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in the southeast Grod. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist. Are you a communist? No, I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value in saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think of it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't. Right on, brother. Just the way the world works. The boss man. Everard. What can you tell me about him? I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he's a capable organizer and a decent businessman. What does bossing the union entail anyway? I guess you kind of got to get to the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners and relevant parties, watches out for his own. And by that you mean corruption? By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh, disordered world, see. In this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it, appreciate it even. He is personally not too lavish. His death seemed lavish to me. He is reasonably lavish, sure, but that's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all. This man has a political theory, and has not failed him today. You seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation. Sure, I've had the necessary free time. He spreads his arms wide, using the reach to show how much time he has. Fortunately, there's always time. The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding for him. Having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now, the way he speaks about scabs, the general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year Fran Congregarian boride code, itself an appropriation of the Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, true, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends. Maybe I'm a boyaderio? What if... No. The man sits on the railing, his hands stretched out far and wide, yet it feels as if he could effortlessly go even further, if need be, and then this torrent of time. Any idea who killed the hanged man? The mercenary, I could have killed him, that indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? He shakes his head solemnly. The harbor is a primary suspicion. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in the killing? What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course. Pushed how? Your dead guy was an enemy combatant. Hold up, what does that mean? He was an agent of the opposition attempting to undermine our honorable efforts. Did you kill him? I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men with all sorts of skills. He's not lying about doing it himself. Understood. The lieutenant takes note. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you. Alright. Save it again.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on...
He's got nothing new to say. That's just him. My partner is looking this truck again. Nothing. Talk to this racist guy.
Looking for something?
Nope. Open the apartment door. Open the trash container. Just need a pry bar. Inspect the body. Talk to her about getting ammonia.
Hello again, officer.
Do you still have your salts? I think I could use some. Sure, I'm done with them. Takes a capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you. Go easy on that stuff. Alright, cool. It's getting late in the game. Has ammonia. Man, endurance legendary. I don't know how you're supposed to inspect. Item lost. Yeah, you're still gonna barf. The ammonia only makes it worse. Combination of forces tears out of your ducts. You managed to keep it in once, second time not so much. Vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears. The ammonia didn't help at all, nor does the wind right now. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You're facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop all my life? I've seen captains puke their guts out. Never gets easier. Never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate, throw up. Initial autopsy, throw up, bag it. He pats you on your back again. Then drive to the station. Maybe he'll throw up on your way there if you didn't bag it. Tight the thing tight enough. You seem fine. I think I've lost my sense of smell. A white lie. Not being hungover helps too. This is bullshit. I don't want to do any of this anymore. I don't want to be a cop. Okay, you've said it. You needed to say it, but now you have. He looks at your hand. He withdraws his hand from your back and looks you in the eye. Now you need to get your shit together. Okay. Thought gained. Volumetric shit compressor. Nice. Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that, together, compressed in small areas. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with 2 hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. Alright, let's internalize that one. Should talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. Pretty bad right now. You've received a thought. Equip it. Equip and complete the thought, yeah. Alright. I still don't have $30. Coin operator viewer is banged up and operable. Well, I do have a check for 25, don't I? So maybe I can pay for it. And I might have a key for that, whatchamacallit.
Can I help you?
So about the money I owe you. Can I pay you with this check? Show him a giant novelty check. You must be joking, right? You come here, trash and everything, and now you want to pay me with a novelty check? This isn't a game show. I'm not going to accept it. You owe me cold hard money, and I want to see that money in the palm of my hand, every single cent. You can cash it in at the local frit near the harbor gates, though it might not be enough to cover it. How much do I owe you again? 30 real. Let's talk about something else. Is that trash container yours? Mine? No, it belongs to your boiler rags. Thanks for clearing it up. Why do you keep it locked? Why? To keep hobos and drunks out, that's why. And the neighbors too. They put the trash in there and they don't pay for garbage company. Thought as much. Are you the only party with access to that trash container? Well, yes, and the garbage disposal company. I wonder what this feeling is. Prod it out of him and find it out. What if I told you I'm a hobo, or soon will be one, rummaging through the trash? Will you keep me out too? We need those keys. What do you need them for? Concerns the case. Please cooperate. He takes the keys from out the under the cover and hands them to you. Just bring them back once you're done, please. Seeing something here at the whirling Gart. Thing I need to talk about. Saw a sign that the mess hall is reserved for the Union. Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest, loudest fraction. Toss his head in disdain. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big as shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time. Find out who is in the Union box. We should find out who this loud faction is occupying the booth. The loudest means talkative. We need info. We don't. We wait. Show up sooner or later. Men are hungry, even on strike. It's after 6, and the sign said, why isn't anyone in the mess hall? Good question. They're probably getting drunk or protesting or somewhere, laying low after lynching. Why is that? Well, we fucking killed the guy or something, that's why. Something else I want to ask about. Saw another thing at the whirling. Nope. I talked to Sylvie. She left because of me, not you. Wait, what? What about the bird? The bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left. She didn't break it, I did. She said it was just an accident. Why don't you just tell me that? I don't care about stuffed birds. I care about my employees. He stumbles the words, shaking his head. All right, what? Did you say anything else about me? You know? Did you say anything else about me? She said she was flattered, just bad timing. Really? Wipes his brow. I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess. Is there anything else you wanted? Nope. 2 skill points. Before the day ends, let's run over to the Frit. I don't know if you have to sleep in this game. Maybe you do.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
I need to exchange this novelty check for cash. Oh, wow. I didn't know you worked for the Union, sir. She rolls up the giant novelty check. She looks she's seen before and slips it on the counter. Anything else I can do you for? No, you don't work for the Union. The Union works for you by supplying you with cash. That was easy. Got any ammonium to sell? Yes. We have theirs in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look for yourself. I don't need any of that. Open the padlock with the key. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Or maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobo Cop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content. Oh, no, we need to investigate this now. Just like that, he opens the lid. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. Well, we're just in time. It hasn't been emptied for a week. Dig in hobo style for extra content. Wow, an armless Caller 50 knock cannon, half wrapped in paper tissue, so shiny. What's a knock cannon? A giant rifle. It's very expensive. It's not as expensive as a fat string of pearls. Snaking among them, the rotten banana peels, however. And is that a Cardin electronics preamp with the Electra F2 tubes? It is. This catch is quite a price. We're talking $12,000 easy unless you're into hi-fi yourself. I'll sell it. No, you won't, because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings. A cruel jest. There must be something. All you can see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of a yellow man frolicking in saffron. An antique, only in its social sensibility. Take the mug. The man glances at the mug and then returns its sight to the trash. Look under the food carton. You see milk and egg rest with a broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows. The methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. Used to what? Dumpster diving? No, searching for evidence in the trash. Good practice for dumpster diving. Dive further. A box falls into pieces of your hands. Burst soil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Pick at the rags. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something else catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. Grab them. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air. The victim's clothes? The lieutenant smells them. Cadaver odors faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in early stages of decay. The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pack. pocket. Drop them in there. Bag of trousers. Kim quickly searches the jeans. Guitar mark. Blue jeans. Pockets empty or were emptied. He wore them with a belt too, a wide belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in here? I have another bag here. Something slimy catches your eye. Reach for it. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from food waste, dripping with pus. Bag the shirt. This is a military-type overgarment, no label or serial number. This is the kind of rub knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal an urban scenario. He nods himself. Anything more? The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Nothing, just garbage. That's all, I think. New task. Who put the clothes in the trash? Alright, we should go to guard again. Ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. Could be as simple from someone from the hostel cleaning the yard, or that one. He nods toward the redhead boy behind him. I'd advise against confronting that force. You think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes were in the trash. The lid was locked, and Mr. Stebbin had the key. It's a small, loose thread. You need to ask the kids. He's fucking on about the kids. One yells on the fence. You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something. Okay, search the food waste. Apple peels, unidentified sludge, and occasional chicken bone. But hey, what's this? What? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. It looks like the corner of something. Pick it out. Something larger, a clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out the forms written in a man's handwriting. Officer, is that your paperwork? I don't know what this is. Secret task complete. Find your paperwork. It is. Look, the plastic has RCM street grid on it. You even got an autopsy form in there. A miserable-looking slip of paper sticks to the board. If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash? I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore. That's why I tried to flush my cop life down the toilet. Well, lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure it's not made into the hands of RCM adversaries, organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in the notes. Okay, I'll do that. Read your ledger and name the case. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. He appears into the trash where soggy cartons and rags stink uninvitedly. Now tell me, what your eagle eye see? Are we finished? Some items, such as the ledger, are found interactable. Go to your inventory and interact tab to read the paperwork. Close the lid. That's one thing off the list. We got it all. Close the lid. Interact. Damaged leather. Interact. There's a ledger we found in the trash. A pitiful. Let's save it before we fuck it up. Volumetric shit compressor is complete. Bizarre scientific news from Ribachal West today, where the police officer shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecibels. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only in the center of collapsing stars. Not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts. All endurance white checks unlocked. Cap for learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Okay. So I have endurance, so I can raise this higher now. If I need to. I think even if I put all my points in there, it's not going to help. Suggestion. So, hey, we've been modding you internally, and now we know you're a capo type. Wait, There's capo types? Yes. Guess what's yours? Cool cop? No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? What are the other... What if the other cop tries to be jealous? Jealous of sorry cop? I think they'll be fine, don't worry. They'll be super, super fine. They'll totally be okay. You can dual capo type from sorry to anything. You know, I'm not actually sorry. I changed my mind. Okay, what are the other capo types? You know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop. You're too sorry to say any of those, so here we go. I'm sorry, opt in. Gots gained. Rigorous self-critique. Of course you are, it's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info, or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen. I could unlock a slot. 6 hours. -1 on 30. Embarrassment to the party. You want sorry piece of shit. A cop penitent. A flagellant cop monk. This is not the right line of work for you. You should be groveling at the feet of a feudal lord, providing lurid evidence against your self at the Mosavian show trial, or ripping the flesh from the back of a cat with 9 tails. Whatever made you this way, you can damn be sure it was your own fault. Do it. Really criticize yourself. Who knows? You might uncover something important from your guilt-ridden past. Maybe I should do that one. Okay, let's save that. Success. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wrench itself empty. With your hands at your side, your eyes squinting, you stand in. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons. Do they always do that? They do after 7 days, yes. We're in deep decomposition here. Step closer. The man before you is naked, but a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. Fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the bench above appears industrial in strength. Inspect the boots. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white strand and stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates cover them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you. It's out of place somehow. They're clearly not boots, they're armor, possibly a larger set. These aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor you were stripped of. Indeed. With his notebook under his arm, Lieutenant couches to inspect the soles. Technically speaking, these are sabatoons, not boots. Oh, the lieutenant uses a Memio Technique A6. That's just not any notebook, it's a classic. Thanks, that's super useful to know. It's all you, baby. What kind of armor is this exactly? Ceramic plate, zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where he would be, under the heel, Fairweather. He turns the boot slightly. Fairweather model T500VE. I'm guessing that's Vitarius Enanimal. It's advanced stuff. Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by locals? Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. Where's the rest of his armor? We should keep a lookout for the pieces. The armor could yield information. He nodded toward Kudo, who's eyeing you suspiciously. This is one thing he might actually know. Maybe he was just wearing boots and the rest, and there is no rest of the armor. No, I think he had something precious underneath his clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. This kind of armor is often wear under fabrics. Nice, that makes sense. What if they told him to strip before they hung him, to demean him? Usually they hang him completely naked for that. La puta mardi, the maza, the beast of Marys, and the like. This one still has his underpants. Fucking talking about underpants. Clearly Kuno would like to interject something here, but it's not enough information to hold on, for him to hold on to. Knock on the boot. A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action. Swing the pry bar at your boot. Sounds fragile. It's anything but. This material is kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, plate from plate, dissipating it entirely. Points the boot. See? Faint organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. The plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them all together. Like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials like something, or ebony perhaps. What does this remind me of? If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross section would look like. Run your fingers over the lines. Smooth, glossy surface fractures into an even more intricate interconnections peeking into the right sabotoon where you notice. Perception insight. Whorls of the shape and letter of the number combination E500 or E50, 100, 1000. Looks like a serial number. Good. Can you read it to me? He tips the drawing ball point of his pen onto his tongue. E500, 100, 1000. New task. Run the number on your victim's armor. We have made a number. We have a make and number. That's something. We can use the radio on my cream and we're done. Either station can chase it for us. Material looks out of place here. It is expensive. The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabulary deemed too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men and 2 semi-automatics. How much are we talking about? A full set, about 4 years' wages. For the northwest region of Rivershoal, an officer's average yearly income is 550 real. Wait, my yearly pay is 550 real? Not too much, yes. Pathetic. Sounds like I need to hustle more and hate less. I have no idea what that means. How could this man afford such expensive hardware? That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart replied he was security personnel for the harbor company. That confirms my own assumptions. Initial report. Just something I scrapped together from my own station, an area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same. These look pretty advanced for a security guard. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford. Back off and look at the boots. Leave. Wow, you work hard. I do? Oh yes, you hustle. You're a real provider. It's tough out there. But you keep it real and provide. I guess I do, yeah. Oh yeah, like a horse, like a workhorse, for hard work. What hard work do I do exactly? Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps to crack down asphalt, mosaic, sand, linoleum, and after you re-emerged. That's the sign of a hustler. It never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it all the way, and you wouldn't let you break down. You ride. I fucking ride till I die, bitch. That's just what life is. Like life and death. You got grills on your side, baby. You got black papers with the faces of innocence on them. You bring in the Fran Congrios and the Solace. It ain't easy, but you do it day in, day out. So it makes you the rules. But you won't lose. You're a cop, a spitter, and a money printer. Sure, and I got that giant novel to check from Everett. Wasn't easy getting that giant novel to check from Everett. It took some ingenuity to get that into that harbor, but you got in. And you took that bribe as hard as any cops have taken it. And I got some money from that marina guy, too. You didn't log that in as a donation either. You didn't log any of that shit. You're a straight rider. Guess I got some grills. Sure. And hasn't it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? You're not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth, but you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. And now ask yourself, are you rich? No, I'm actually not. That's right. You're a hard worker, harder than anyone. You almost ride yourself to the grave, and you're practically a hobo. Why is that? I don't know. Why am I so poor? Because of taxes. G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, or much as sneeze. Aren't taxes almost as non-existent as Gossamer State? That is Rivershaw. Really? Every time I sneeze? Every time you wipe your ass? They got their direct and indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise tax, extraction tax, alimony, one tax that doesn't even have a name, plus there's stuff in people in other countries pay for. That makes them ask for money more than from here. Total tax duties add up to 98% of all your money. No way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. Opt in. Are you sure? That seems like a pretty big number. What are you talking about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples? Opt in, but land little. Bleeding nipples are kind of a pain, but how will deregulation help with me? Thought gained. Indirect modes of taxation. It's all about the tax issue, hustler. There's no other problem in the world as pressing as top marginal tax rates. Don't you fucking forget it. -2 empathy. Cold-blooded. First, if you have a side bitch ideology cooking somewhere, don't sweat it. Fight and indirect taxation for Gossamer State is compatible with all creeds. It's cool like that. You're a cool anarchist now, unless you don't want to be an anarchist. Whatever. Stuff this meal ticket in your eye socket and let's see if you can steal some love back from the robber barons at the customs agency or the bandidos. At the Insulindanian Financial Oversight and Competition Committee. Okay. Alright, let me save it now. Continue talking to this guy about the boots. Boots. Tell me about the armor. Knock on the boot. Swing the pry bar at the boot. The metal connects with same ding. Does not sound weird louder. The only difference here is a very audible click underneath. Sounds like the end of a long dice roll. Did you hear that? A click? Yes, dice rolling. Same stuff. Pull the boot off. The stench fills your nostrils. You push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above. Stop! He looks at you, with the boot under your arm. Pig's gonna pull his head off. Brutal. What? Even mongrels can see you're about to pull his head off. Do it, homo! I'm gonna pull his head off, right? Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise the coroner's case if you do, so please don't. Indeed, from this angle, it looks like where the neck isn't gonna take much more. Being dead for a week has liquefied all his muscles. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging onto that boot? These boots will go super well with my bell-bottom pants. These boots will go super well with my bell-bottom pants. Do you understand the boots are steeped in cadaver over to you. So are my pants. You have a point there, detective. You have a point, but there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body's been flowing down into those boots. They're fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet? You're sure there's a way to peel them off. First, the body needs to be down, and second, probably better if the tenant wasn't around. Steal Deadman's boots, but that would be dishonorable. Accept the plan. Anticipation make you crack your fingers. Feels nice and crackly. What's going to happen to those boots then? Processing will take care of them. The whole situation at the morgue, it will yield nothing. We must pick our fights. Shall we continue? Inspect the belt. The hangman's knot pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships. Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo. Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so. He nods. Local harbor uses six rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they're used whatever was on hand without paying much attention to incriminating themselves. We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it. I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes, motivated by the ongoing strike. You? Don't ask me, I'm just lumbering from one moment to the next. Here we are. This belt worries me. I'm sure they sure wanted him to stay up there. This rope is reinforced with steel wiring. I'm afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring. Parallel strands. This might get him down more problematic than I had assumed. How'd they even get him up there? The noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. He points above the belt to the buckle, tying the belt to the branch. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder? That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lasted into this branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle. Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. Back off. Inspect the tattoos. Intricate web of blue lines stretch across the corpse, across the torso. From the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. This is a map of the night sky. Map of the stars. He turns around to breathe before inspecting closer. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century Mesopotamian, maybe. Seems more peculiar or customized somehow. As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. Thought dissipates if you feel as you're only half right. I'm missing something here. So am I. Sudden ringing fills the air as the tenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. He wears a leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminum from his coat pocket and pulls it open. It sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens apparatus. Some sort of camera. What's that? A Triget Sunshine Mini. Triget is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication device, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow. Shit, Kuno, what the fuck is that? An instant color camera. He produces two metal clap ammu pools and pulls them and clicks into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there. I have only 2 anapoles, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one. He points the camera at the corpse, peering it. Then the lens needs adjusting, and then a sound of a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampule of glass. You see streams of color pour into the thick, glossy paper come rolling out. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. In case we need it, the lieutenant says, shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cool wind. Cool machine, yes. He slides the camera closed and tucks it away in his belt. Pretty cool, isn't it? There is only one ampule left. Use it widely. What do we need this photo for? The victim's tattoo. It contains insight into the victim's person. By his build, I'd say he was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. This is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We need to show it around. Can I have it? I should look at it later without the smell of corpse. Sure, just don't lose it. Hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes. Look him in the eye. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. Yet there is no one home, just subaquatic terrors in there. Dark brown hair grows beyond his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Squint and take a step back. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Visual calculus. This is a trick you've done before. Pink is where blood had settled in from in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Observe. The hanged man. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fattened hands, thighs, and his neck, and just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air. His hands and face are pink, his thighs too. I see it. His neck too. Lividity goes right up to his chin. We have a good, well-pronounced discoloration here. Relax your eyes. The monster comes back into focus with an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid stems down his thigh and into his boot. So what do you think? I think he was upright after his death. His hands and feet are discolored. Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping his blood in his head. The hypostatus supports a hanging. You would still like hypostatus marks in the neck to be a bit more pronounced. For some reason, my brain would like, especially the neck. Maybe it looks faint to you. He leans in closer, covering. It could be more pronounced, actually. Demon note. Could it still be that he was moved after death? There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We have to get him down first. He's beaten up. See the bruises? I do. Most of them are post-mortem, even all of them. The delinquents made our jobs harder with a little sport. Stop talking riddles, coin slot. He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like. Maybe he was strangled by someone? Something is coming out of him. A pool of blood and feces is eaten into the frozen mud of by the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it drop by drop. The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death. Fucking talking about shit. Maybe went to the toilet sometime before death? Maybe. He doesn't really want to dwell on it too long. I think he's dead. I agree. His personality is no longer part of the world. Totally dead. The world no longer stores his personality in its composition. There was a time for that, and it ended 7 days ago. He nods in agreement with this advanced conceptualization, having mulled over it. Sounds about right, yes. Dead. Dead. Doopy dead, he says with a hint of melody. Not one muscle in his face moves. Back off and catch your breath. So, how do we get him down? Stop to think. And then checks his notes. Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some things once he's down. You could save it. Tell me who you are, dead man. Lips of the corpse are swollen preposterously. They're also silent. You also have no idea why you said that. Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build. I think that's it. Because this is all... Task complete. Inspect the victim's bodies. Level up. The steel reinforced belts presents a unique challenge. I brought chink cutters, but I don't see a good angle to approach the belt. He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought. Cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither of us can reach the belt without assistance. And if we do, there's a question of cutting the airship strength material. Someone else do it? Like the police? What was that about processing then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help? Yeah, exactly. Call the police. Someone already did. You know who came? We did, because we've made bad life decisions. I know it's hard, but assure you, the others will come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down fast. We could saw the branch. Shoot him down. Come up there and saw the branch. Yeah, it seems dangerous. Shoot him down. Yeah, bang bang time, pig. Shoot his head off. Lieutenant remains unaffected. How? Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch, and that's a good spot to aim. There. The buckle holds the belt together. Where? Ah, yes, I see. If a shot hits there, I might have a chance to release the belt. Now we're talking. Entertain Kuno with some shit. They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno. Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst that can happen? I'll blow his head off. Take it. Take the shot. Silence. Unzips the jacket. Produces a lightweight firearm. Drops a paper cartridge in the barrel. Separates the scouring stick. Gives the cartridge 5 tucks. Interfacing. Securing it in its place. That's a A990 Armistice mass-produced muzzleloader. Aesthetic. Frugal. and one of the most common firearms in the world. He steps in position, assumes, taking aim, corner of his eye twitches, his fingers on the tweezer. Easy does it, partner. Kid's voice drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of surrounding tenants. A cloud of smoke slowly parts the air as the tenant steps back and says to himself, God damn it. A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The Philotos was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight. Fucking idiot. Cujo could have hit it easy. Then Cujo's not handicapped, is it? Try again, maybe? No, we're lucky as it is. Didn't break anything. The victim remains uncompromised. It's okay, man. God damn it, get your shit together. What now? Can't get him down without assistance. Can I have the gun? I should try. Bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks, he pauses. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it. They only have one gun. Sorry, pigs. Kuno's ever seen. Take the gun. Feel the weight first. The cold piece of baked light and gunmetal surprisingly light. Your finger fits right in through the guard, instinctively resting on its trigger. You've held this one before. Probably at some point used to be your choice firearm. Still, feels comfortable, like you've never laid it down. Point the gun at the belt. Velcro comes into focus of the sights. You stand with your feet firmly planted to the ground, your left hand supporting gun arm. Point the gun at Kuno. Shit. Shut up. Or what? You gonna fuck me? What? Voice is almost whisper. You gonna fuck me, pig? Is that what it's about? Close your left eye first. Field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The buckle glimmers, catching even light as the corpse slowly rotates. Slow movement of the branch in the wind, and your shoulders directing the gun sync up, dancing. Branch move analyzed. Boom. Success. The buckle explodes in tiny pieces, coming loose with a whirl. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slumped down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself. Who killed you? Communism. It takes a millisecond for the associated flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. And then the rigor in his muscles give up as he smashes sideways, a spring in the mud, letting out a horrid stench, getting the body down. Who's laughing now, you little shit? Despite her words, the tone seems celebratory. You've been policed. Ace is high. The tenant raises his hand, waiting for slap it. Ace is high. Custom invented by the brigades during the revolution. Used to celebrate success in Revachol. Especially in sports, the gesture has spread across the world despite the defeat of the revolutionaries himself. You can add an ace's low to it by turning your back into the high after waiting for another. Slap it and wait for an ace's low. The ace's high rises a sharp slap. As you turn around, a moment in doubt. Feel like low ain't gonna connect. Chill, it's gonna connect. Thought gained. Ace is low, but then it does. With fierce precision, tenant's not going to leave an ace is low hanging. These guys were fucking with us. His voice was deeply approving. I knew these guys were... I don't know. Fuck. I don't know what that means. Yeah, we're fuck. Got a problem with it? No, it cracks for laughter. Sounds like someone struggling with a seagull. Clearly enjoys herself. Now they can suck each other off. Now what? We'll perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before, excuse me, something on the ground there's it's not improved by the way this corpse smells. The fall seems to release something deep inside. Feels like I should take a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a breather before we do the autopsy. Alright, give him back his gun. New task. Interview the Wild Pines rep. In the meanwhile, we should locate the representative of the logistics company. My preliminary information suggests the Wild Pines have sent a strike negotiator to wrangle back control. I bet she has a fresh perspective to offer us since we've already talked to Everett in the harbor. That interview is done. For better or worse. Is this the famous list of initial interviews? Yes. And those interviewees. Let's go. Save this. Alright, that's a good stopping point for the episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.